All right, hey guys, welcome. Today we're talking about present perfect continuous. So if you don't know or you haven't seen my video on present perfect simple, you should click on that, watch that first. And then after this video, I'm gonna make a comparison between present perfect simple and present perfect continuous. But today, let's get into present perfect continuous. So important, we need to focus on the form, which is really important. Anytime that we are studying grammar, we need to focus on the form. We need to follow this sentence structure. Okay, so subject plus have or has plus been plus verb ing. Okay, so in this sentence, we actually have two auxiliary verbs. These verbs, have and has or been, they have no meaning. They just help us to construct or create the present perfect continuous. All right, so let's have a look at a few examples and then 3 reasons why we use the present perfect continuous. So my students from my class, the order is a little bit different, so I apologize. All right, so first we're going to talk about unfinished actions. So if you remember from the present perfect simple video, we use it for unfinished states. So here we're going to be focused on action verbs like teaching and traveling, okay? So let's look at this first example. I have been teaching since 2006. Teach is an action, and it's been a long time, so we're using it as a continuous action, and it's connecting, again, just like present perfect simple, it's connecting the past and now. I have been teaching since 2006, right? So if I look at this timeline, I have 2006, now is 2021. I have been teaching since 2006. Okay, we're connecting the past and the present, right? So this action connects to the present, okay? So that's why I have been teaching since 2006. All right. So you and me and COVID, none of us have been doing this recently. I haven't been traveling recently. Have you been traveling recently? If yes, you're very, very lucky. So again, we want to follow this form. I haven't been traveling recently. I haven't been traveling recently. So that's a repeated action. Well, a repeated action that I haven't been doing. So we can use this, of course, in a positive sentence or a negative sentence, no problem. So here we're talking about unfinished actions, not states. Okay, and again, if you don't know what state verbs are, go and watch that present perfect simple video. All right, so next thing we're going to move on to, this is a little bit confusing, but bear with me. Recently completed repeated actions. So recently completed repeated actions. So this is really important. It's usually a conversation, and obviously sometimes we can see the result of that finished action. We can see the result of that finished action. So for example, this person looks at me and says, "Hey, you look tired." And I say, "Yeah, I know. I've been working hard recently. I've been working hard recently." You can see the result. I look tired. My eyes are baggy, right? I have dark circles under my eyes. Maybe I didn't shave. "Oh man, you look really tired." I know. "Oh, I've been working so hard recently." Even though I'm not working now, maybe I'm at home, but I can see the result of the work. I can see the result of that action. So that's really, really important, okay? So for example, maybe A will say, "You're crying," right? I say, no, I'm not crying. I've been cutting onions, right? If you cut onions, you cry, right? So I've been cutting onions. Don't worry, I'm okay. Maybe, again, I can see that I'm crying, or I can see the cutting board. I can see all the onions there. I can see the result of that action. So really, really important, okay? We can see the result. Okay, we can see the result of that action. Really, really important, we can see the result of that action. So that's why it's a little bit different than number 1. Number 1 is unfinished. It's not finished. It's going to continue into the future. But number 2 here, it's completed, it's finished but it's very recent. It's very recent. This is really, really important. This shows us that it was a long action that recently finished. It was a long, continuous action that recently finished in the last 5 minutes, in the last 10 minutes. So for example, I'm wearing running clothes, running shoes, I'm sweating, right? Oh yeah, I've been running, right? Even though I finished running, right? You can see the result of the activity. I finished running. If you guys ever type marathon finish line into Google, you'll see the people like running through the finish line. They have been running, right? They ran for 5 hours or 4 hours or 3 hours, and then they stopped, right? But you can still see, it looks like they have been running, okay? So that's really, really important about the result, okay? And then this third part here, this has a relationship with present perfect simple and present perfect continuous when we match the two together. But here we're talking about, we're focused on the activity, or here we're answering the question, how long? Okay, we're answering the question, how long? So to focus on the activity and to answer the question, how long? I've been running for an hour. I've been running for an hour. So this sentence tells me how long I've been running. This sentence tells me how long I've been running. It doesn't tell me how far I have run. So if we use present perfect simple, next video, then we can say, I have run 5 kilometers, right? So the present perfect simple will answer the question, how much or how many. The present perfect continuous, of course, same meaning, will answer the question, how long? All right. So, for example, I've been reading all morning. I've been reading all morning. How many pages have I read? I don't know. It's not important because I want to focus on the activity. I'm not focused on the result, right? I'm not focused on the result. If I want to focus on how many, right, I can say I've read 60 pages. Okay, that's okay. And this is present perfect simple, but you'll see more of that in the next video. So really, really important. Watch this a few times. If you guys have any questions, as always, comment. Mark or myself will, of course, answer you. So thanks again for watching, and keep studying.